Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Rebecca and I have some easy Dollar Tree home decor and room decor pieces to share with you. These are just really easy pieces to make that are fun and affordable, and I just love how they turned out.
The first DIY is a vase that's inspired by this one I saw in At Home. So I took a glass vase from Dollar Tree along with a single bouquet of some small cherry blossom flowers that I also picked up in Dollar Tree. Just pluck off those flowers, trim the back of the stem, and then glue them on around the neck of the vase. Then you can go ahead and spray paint the whole thing, and once it's dry, come back with some metallic finish acrylic paint, and you can touch up the edges of the flowers for a subtle bit of glam. And I just love how this looks. Plus the spray paint actually makes the flowers pretty stiff, so they kind of feel more like they're part of the vase and they don't even feel like fabric anymore. Moving on, we're taking one of these little wooden houses. I left the roof part the way it was, and I just painted over the rest of the house with some white chalk paint. Once it was dry, I came back and added some gold rub-on transfer stickers, also from Dollar Tree, and I spelled out the little saying, "A house is not a home without paw prints." You can totally spell out any little quote or saying that you want in here, but all of my fellow animal lovers out there, you know what I'm talking about. So you guys know I have 2 dogs. I would love if while you're watching, you would leave a comment down below or drop some emojis down there and share what kind of pets that you have. Now, after I added 2 little paw prints on here with some gold puffy fabric paint, I decided that the gold gem stickers that I put on the bottom, they just kind of seem to draw your eye away from the main message on here. And I just felt like they were maybe too much bling. So I decided to just paint over the stickers with the same chalk paint as well. And then just come back and fill in the centers with the puffy gold paint and leave it like that. So that way you still get the texture of the sticker, but it kind of blends in a little bit more with the rest of the sign, and it's not so sparkly. Plus the little gold puffy paint, it gives you a little bit of that metallic look without actually being full on shiny gold stickers. So I love how this one turned out. I'm gonna put it in our entryway. Next up, we're taking a simple dollar store tray and giving it a couple of coats of spray paint, and then taking some of these tile backsplash stickers from Dollar Tree to cover the bottom of the tray and just give this a really beautiful finish. So I don't know how practical this tray would be to actually like put food on and serve things on. I don't know, the stickers might start to lift off or peel. I haven't tried that, but I think just to use it for some decor, it looks really cool. I love how it turned out. You could put this on a shelf or use it on your coffee table for just kind of a tray for a piece of decor, and I think it looks really cool for just being really easy and inexpensive to do. Next, I'm taking this $3 makeup brush holder. So this one's actually from the Target dollar spot, and I'm gonna add 3 pieces of wood to the bottom as legs and make this into an elevated little planter, which is just super cute and easy to do. Continuing on with the Dollar Tree wooden rounds, they have bags of these from time to time. Of course, if you live somewhere where you can just go out into your yard and collect some sticks and stuff like that, you might be able to just cut some sticks down to the size that you want and create this totally on your own. Now, I'm gonna take this ceramic bowl from Dollar Tree and I wanted to add some texture. So I'm hot gluing on this wide pearl ribbon around the bowl, and then I'm gonna sponge a thick layer of chalk paint over the whole thing. So that helps hold down that ribbon and keep everything in place. And I just fully covered it so that the whole thing looks more just even, I guess, and it doesn't look like there's a ribbon attached. You really just see that there's like these raised bumps as like a border around the center of the bowl. So I think it turned out really cool. We're gonna make a planter out of this one as well. Now I'm gonna go ahead and arrange a grouping of these wooden rounds as the base. Just make sure that you do your best to get them in as even in height as you can. So for me, I found that some were a little bit shorter, some were a little bit taller, and I tried to pick out the ones that were closest in height. Add a generous amount of hot glue on top of all of those wooden pieces, and you can place your bowl right on top of that. I decided to finish this one off by brushing on a bit of metallic gold paint around the top edge, as well as a light coat of it over the wooden base. I wasn't sure if I wanted to put the gold over the top of the wood, but I felt like it kind of tied it in better if I had a little bit of gold on the bottom to kind of match the top part. And the gold is actually pretty transparent when you do it lightly, so you can still totally see the wood. It's just got a light golden glimmer to it. So we have a cute little planter here for some succulents, be that real or fake, and it could be filled with some grapevine balls and just used as like a decor piece. You know, it's totally up to you. Moving on, we're going to make a simple tiered tray using this pack with one large and one small stovetop covers from the dollar store. Turn these upside down, glue a glass candle holder in between, and you can leave it just like this. But for mine, I decided to now paint the glass riser part in the center with some metallic copper paint, and then use a couple of the wooden snakes from Dollar Tree that they have in the toy section. And actually, I'm not sure if they're currently in the toy section or in the craft section. You guys, let me know down below if you've seen them recently where they were. I can't remember where I saw them recently. But anyway, I glued those around the edges of the tray to finish them off. Of course, I did remove the head and tail part and cut the wooden pieces down so that they fit.
So one little trick for me is, rather than cutting this way down into the groove, I found this to be a little bit harder than cutting this way, letting the scissors like go into the groove and then cutting that line of whatever they hold all the wood together with. This way actually seemed to be a little easier. They're both a little bit tricky, but that's just what seemed to be a little bit easier for me.
This was really easy to do, and I just think that it added a really unique finish to the tray. And then you can also paint or stain the wooden border now if you would like to, or you can just simply leave the wood natural. Completely up to you. For the next one, I wanted to create kind of a decorative pedestal dish. So to start, we're taking one of these wire plant hanger baskets from Dollar Tree, and I just used some wire cutters to trim off the hooks as best I could that are on the top there, and then I painted this over with chalk paint. Honestly, in hindsight, I think I should have just done spray paint. It would have been a smoother finish, and I feel like it would have looked better overall. So spray paint is my recommendation, but you know, work with what you have. You can place this on top of one of these little candle holders from Dollar Tree, and I think it made a really cool pedestal dish. Of course, definitely use a bunch of hot glue if you want to really like attach that on there, but you don't even really need to if you're just going to set this up on a shelf. You can grab some of these foam balls from Dollar Tree in their toy section, and as long as you position them so that those seams in the foam ball are not showing, these actually look really cool. You could also get some foam balls and then cover them in thumbtacks, just like overlap all the thumbtacks as you go. We used a few boxes of gold tacks from Dollar Tree in order to do this. I think this also looks really beautiful. Anyway, the next one is a vase, now inspired by this one that I saw in At Home, and all you need is a Dollar Tree vase and some spray paint. I did the top half in white, and then once that was pretty much dry, I came back and did the lower half in gold. And the best part about this is that you actually want the gold part to come up and overlap a little bit on top of the white, so a little bit of overspray there is perfect. That's how you're going to get this look. So it's insanely easy to do. It has to be one of the easiest DIY decor pieces you could ever make, and I love how it turned out. Moving on, the next mirror is super easy as well. We're just taking a dollar store mirror and embellishing the details that are already on the frame. I'm going to use some gold fabric paint. You can do less or more. Personally, I got carried away outlining every single floral line on this frame. I started doing just a few, and then I just kept going and going. And before you know it, I think I did them all. But then I also added gold glitter on top of it. I think the gold glitter also helps to hide like any imperfections in the like the fabric paint. So if it was not perfectly smooth in any area, you know, the glitter will help hide that. They have these in both black and white frames, so that gives you some options there. I added the glitter on top to finish it off, and I think it turned out pretty nice. I can display this with the mirror in it like it came with, or I could swap that out and then I could put in any other type of like 5x7 photo or print or canvas. Lots of options here, and I just think this turned out really pretty. The next DIY is also a vase, because when I saw these leopard print adhesive fabric stickers, I just knew right away what I wanted to try to do with them. So my vase is actually currently filled with Spanish moss. It just gives me a place to hide it, I guess, and keep it kind of out of the way until I need it. So anyway, I am storing that in there while I now convert this vase into a candle holder. Just to give you guys another option here, you can take a scalp massager from Dollar Tree. I know that sounds so weird, but I was thinking of painting it black or gold to match the leopard print on this vase that we have. Stick it into the vase and then just add in an LED candle in here. This looks so cool. This one was fun and easy to do, and it would look great as a pair or a trio of candle holders as well, especially if you did different heights. I think that would look amazing.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know. Let me know which one of these ideas was your favorite, or if you think you might recreate any of these to use in your own home. And as always, thank you so much for being here. I wish you a beautiful and blessed day, and I will see you soon in the next one. Bye.